Hey, welcome to Lesson 8, which is about the snake style. Which are the main features of the snake style? Well, snakes are agile, astute, unpredictable, fast, and fluid. In these images, you can observe that in all of the poses representing the snake style, the hand is completely outstretched, simulating the head of the snake. Also, if you have a look at the people that appear in the pictures, you'll realize that all of them simulate a snake when doing this pose. As in previous lessons, let's draw in red the anatomy of the snake over the images. This will help you to get to know the anatomy. What happens with the head? It's divided in two main parts. Then we find a very long kind of column, which will be the tail of the snake. If you pay attention, you'll see that at the beginning of the snake's neck, it's thinner, then it's wider in the middle, and then again thinner in the tail. In the snake's case, we'll be paying special attention to the head, since we want to do the pose of the head rather than the rest of the body. The body in this case is easier to draw. Let's make the sketches next to the pictures. Based on the basic geometric shapes we've seen so far, we can copy easily the body of the snake. In any case, the head is the most difficult part to represent. Pay attention to the structure of the head and how the different geometric shapes are differentiated. Guys, I think the pose with the open mouth is very interesting due to its complexity. Again, what we need to do is just breaking down and differentiating the general blocks. The key here is moving from the main elements to the details and never the other way around. Well, guys, I'm going to use this image you see here as a reference to make the first pose. In the picture, we can see two women practicing the snake pose. Remember that we must begin with the general sections, that is, the main structures. And this is what I'm doing, focusing on the general sections. However, in this case, I'm also drawing the clothing directly instead of the anatomy, because I think that the uniform creates movement and a flowing effect. Yet, you can draw the anatomy in the first place if you think it's simpler for you. In any case, bear in mind that starting with the anatomy may be more difficult than you think, especially because kung fu uniforms tend to be quite big and large, and you may have some trouble when trying to observe the anatomy under the clothing. Now, as we did before, we're going to retouch with a darker tone the anatomy and the external shapes to add more detail to the image and improve the sketch. As always, we are not interested in doing a very detailed study of the drawing, unless you want to do so, obviously. This is just for finding poses that we like and that we can use for the final drawing of the snake style. In addition, using images as a reference will help you to discover different ideas on how to do not only the poses, but also the faces, the clothes, or any other element. In this second pose we have here, there's a guy who's using his hands and his entire body to imitate a snake. Something very common regarding the snake style. In this other example, the guy is moving backwards, imitating the movement that the snakes do right before attacking. In fact, if you want more information about the snake style, you can search on the internet or YouTube for more snake style poses in Kung Fu. That way you'll be able to understand clearly movements of the snake style. This last pose simulates a snake curled up with its head out. The human's body represents the snake's body, while the hands simulate the snake's head. Another interesting tip is that when drawing, using curved lines is really useful for quick drawing. In the case of animation, curves are used so that the movement can be seen quickly. I recommend that you use this technique. Perfect! So now that you are familiar with the snake style, let's move on to the leopard. Thus, in the following lesson, we'll have a look at the anatomy of leopards and their clothes. Hope you liked this video, guys. See you in the next one.